Thank you, Instagram. Instagram is telling my followers that I've started a live video. Hey, people. I wanted to come on here again because I'll wait until some more people join to say, to jump into it. But I did a Facebook Live the other day. That was interesting. I guess they're supposed to be kind of the same, but I don't think I have many people over there that watch, or that, I don't know if I have as many followers over there, so there weren't as many people watching, but it was cool to try that too. And but yeah, I wanted to come on here because I'm really excited. I just as some of you know, if you've seen one of these lives in the last week or so, I'm doing something I'm really excited about next week. I can't believe it's already coming up next week. It's crazy, but it's a 2-part event that we're calling Reeve, Carney Sings the Beatles, because they've been one of my favorite bands. I mean, maybe my favorite band. It's so hard to pick. I mean, I did that Queen concert, which I love, and I've done that a few times now, and they're certainly one of my favorite bands. But the Beatles, I listened to them from such an early age, and I'm pretty obsessed with that band. And so I'm doing like a 2-part event concert at the Green Room 42 on Monday, May 13th. But I just went through both entire sets for the first time, and I'm really excited because I've just finalized the sets. So I was toying with a lot of different songs, but so I came on here to tell you about that in case you didn't know, and I'm gonna look at your questions now and see what's going on. Favorite Beatles song? It's too hard to pick one. That's why I'm actually doing 2 shows. That's one of the reasons I'm doing 2 shows. But because I had trouble even picking like 15 favorites. So I've got 2 full sets on the same night. Hey, from Ohio. Oh, I should mention too, there are live stream tickets available for the show, and their cameras and sound are really good there. So if you're at home, and especially if you're not in New York City, you can see it from the comfort of your own home on the couch. The Beatles was my gateway band too. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I mean, most of the bands I love, aside from like blues and jazz music and classical music and certain world music that I grew up loving, most of the bands that are in that general, rock and roll category were influenced by the Beatles. So, I mean, I'm a huge Elvis fan too, and Little Richard, and so many people that came before the Beatles who the Beatles were influenced and inspired by. Cover album of the Beatles, that would be cool. I guess you could. I wonder how hard that is to do. Maybe it's to get the rights to record it. I'm sure people do it, so yeah, it'd be cool. Brazil, hey. Oh, you're a little so crazy for double set list. I know it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's it's kind of like a live White Album or something. Remember, George Martin even thought that the Beatles were not crazy, but he was a little bit. He had questions about why. I guess I should save some of these for the show, actually, but he had questions about why the Beatles would want to do such a long album, because he felt like they could have made, potentially, in his opinion, a stronger album with half the songs. But hey, White Album's one of my favorite albums of all time, wouldn't you guys say? Mexico, hey, from Mexico. The catalog is insane. And in fact, I even choosing 30 songs, which is about, maybe I'm doing 30 or maybe a little more than 30, even with that amount of songs, I have an alternate list of at least 30 songs. So that's pretty crazy, even with the ones I chose. Thanks so much. Favorite Beatle, I can't pick that. It's way too hard. They each have their own strengths, and I love, and I mean, in their own right, they're all complete, full artists in their own right, obviously. Ram, Paul McCartney's Ram is one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't know if you guys know that album. If you don't, definitely check it out. I mean, in fact, at some point I could do a full-on just McCartney set and just John Lennon set, because it's not what I'm doing this time, but their solo work after the Beatles, I mean, Ram, and then Plastic Ono Band, John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band, both of those albums are huge influences on me and my music. So yeah, I don't have a favorite Beatles member. I mean, Ringo might be my favorite drummer of all time. I think most drummers would say that. Or not me, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of people, he's certainly on the top of most people's list. And then George's All Things Must Pass. Incredible album. Yeah. Favorite Spice Girl? That's funny. I don't know. Maybe Scary Spice, but I wasn't really a Spice Girl person so much. My sister was. Because I was just not quite the right age for that at the time. Oh, yeah. So this is Paul. You're on the East Coast. Well, I mentioned before, if you're no matter where you are, if the concert is at a time where you could watch it, you can do a live stream ticket. They have those there, which is pretty cool. My day's going well. It's been fun. I've just been practicing all day and working on some fun, exciting surprises for the set next week. Austin, nice. I haven't been to Austin in a while. Hey, from Italy. How you doing? Oh, what's up, Elijah? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, tell the Petersons I say hi. That's great. I think you mean Petersons that used to live in LA, I think. Oh, yeah, thank you. Michigan, hey. Oh, nice. Happy early birthday. Taurus. Hey, Carol. Favorite member? No, I can't pick one. Do you guys have a favorite Beatle? I don't even like asking that question because they're one of the greatest bands of all time. Hey, Olivia. I don't know who Olivia is, but hi, Olivia. Best way to invite me to a film and music project? My agent, you can Paradigm Talent Agency. Yeah. Oh, Beachland Ball. I do remember. That's right. Yeah, that was fun. That was a nice place. Yeah, thank you guys. I figured I wasn't sure if like a lot of people would be on here, if most people are out having fun on a Saturday night. I'm in having fun. I have performed in Ann Arbor, and I've performed in Springfield. Actually, one of our band's favorite concerts, one of the best responses I think we ever got from an audience of people that had never heard us before was Springfield, Missouri. It was crazy. I don't know what that was all about, but it seemed like they knew all of our music, and we'd never been there. Ann Arbor, I played at the Ark with Johnny Lang a long time ago, but I love that place. I would love to play there now, actually. I should probably look into it, because it's around the size, maybe a little on the bigger side of what I'm playing now. I can't remember how many. I feel like it holds like 350, but I'm not sure. But it's all seated, which is nice. Oh, Hadestown, the school trip, nice. Fair. I don't really think of Hadestown as like having so. To me, it doesn't function that way. To me, it's like one long song in which the keys change, and to me the lyric. I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like it's. I don't think of it as like. I don't think of separating the songs from the show really. For some reason. But that's a good thing because that's how this show is structured. Oh, good films. Oh yeah, actually, last night Eva and I watched a film called New York Ninja. You guys got to watch that. That is one of the craziest movies. It took 40 years to complete. We watched it because it said it came out in 2021. We're looking at it, and I'm like, if this is really something that was made in 2020 or 21, this is like one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen, because it looks like it's straight up out of the early 80s. And I was like, how did they do this? Like, and then Eva's like, no, there's no way they did that with it. Like, they didn't. How could they have the budget for all those cars, like the 80s cars? And I'm like, yeah. Then I looked it up, and apparently they started making the film in 1984, and they couldn't finish it because of budget reasons. And so somebody took it over, and they had to like redub the entire film with other actors because all of those other actors were now like 40 years older. And they got it's totally crazy. New York Ninja, check it out. Has Been Hotel. No, I don't know what that is, actually. I should check it out. Hey, Eva. How are you even watching this? Oh yeah, favorite Beatles member. I can't pick. They're all too great. Oh yeah, I do remember you guys from the Broadway cruise. That was awesome. Yeah, Eva's on here too right now. Dewan, what's up, man? Yeah, does Drew Barrymore love the Beatles too? Yeah, she probably does. I would suppose. I know. Oh yeah, Beatles books. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Jeff Emmerich wrote a book. Jeff Emmerich was their the Beatles sound engineer during their most experimental time period, like starting with Revolver, and he wrote a book called Here, There, and Everywhere, which is the title of a song from Revolver, and it's really a brilliant book. And George Martin wrote an amazing book called All You Need Is Ears. Both are really, really great, and for any musician or anyone, really, if you love the Beatles. Of taking a break in the middle, yeah. I'm taking, I mean, yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, maybe like just enough time for people to leave the room and come back in, you know, or maybe hopefully they won't make people leave. I hope they won't, but basically what it is like the venue has 2 set times, so they've got like 75 to 90 minute slots, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. So in order to get them, you have to do 2 shows. So we'll see. Yeah, I think there's like a half an hour break in between or something. But I'm not repeating a single song, so that's cool. So it's not like I'm, the second set is a totally different set than the first, not a single repeated song. So I won't be singing the same songs twice, which is kind of cool. Oh, Epic 3 lyric changes. I don't even know if I fully know what it is. I think I heard a little bit of it. I thought it was cool. But I can't remember what it is now. But that's only happening in London, right? I think. I mean, I sang a lot of different versions of that song. I think I said this in the last live. When you're opening a Broadway show, like, it depends on the show, but the ones I've been a part of, most of my material is changing up until, like, well, Spider-Man was a little different story because we had such a long preview process. It was like 183 previews, which I sort of am assuming might never be broken, that record. But because generally you'll have, like, you know, around 30 previews, maybe 28, 30, you know. But because of that, we by the time we finally were prepared to open, I think things were frozen within like maybe 10 days, if I remember correctly, before we actually did open. But generally speaking, things aren't really frozen until a few days before. So I remember Epic 3, the lyrics in that were changing like up until maybe 3 days before we opened, I think, so I had a lot of different versions singing that. Harry Styles is a Beatle if we don't look into it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Cass, by the way, thank you so much for those photos. They're awesome. I haven't put them up yet. But, yes, what, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper. Yeah, all great. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, new Carney album. Yeah, what's up, Lennon? How you doing? We gotta figure something out. Whoa. Oh yeah, I've always been a Beatles fan since I was a little kid, since I was probably 5 years old, maybe younger. Yeah, favorite Beatle is Impossible. Oh yeah, Ram, yeah, that album's so great. Sorry, I'm like catching up on some of these. That was from a while ago, you guys wrote this. Yeah, probably, yeah. It was about, these are just the ones I'd want to perform. And honestly, like, the crazy thing is, I mean, there are so many songs that we know and love that I wouldn't necessarily want to perform in this context. 'Cause what I'm also thinking about is like I have a plan of how I'm going to approach them in the context of a solo set. If there were a band involved, there are certain things I might consider doing, but other ones might not be quite as fun to do alone. So I'm choosing things based on that somewhat. Yeah, I play a few instruments. Guitar is the one I have the most training on, but I have an album called Youth is Wasted where I played every instrument on it. So if you want to check that out, I played guitar, piano, bass, drums, some other stuff. But yeah, I write a lot on piano, and in the Beatles set, I'll be playing guitar and piano, mainly. Yeah, that's what I normally do live. Oh yeah, I won't be doing anything off Ram this time, but like I love that song. So I might do a Paul McCartney set at some point, just straight up his solo work. He's got so many great. They all got so many great songs even after the Beatles. I mean, because it's crazy to think that when the Beatles broke up, Paul McCartney was only 28 years old. It's like, what the heck? It's totally crazy. And John Lennon was 30. Oh yeah, Quarantine Effects. That's right. This was a gift from Eva for Christmas. I think Christmas. A couple years ago. Yeah, I think it was Christmas. Yep. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Favorite role I've ever played. I don't really have a favorite, but the Rocky Horror Picture Show was a very fun experience to film. I think partially because it was all night shoots, so it was like, and playing when you have that was my first time wearing a lot of makeup for a character, and there's something about that makes you feel like you have a little bit more freedom in some ways. I don't know, I like Now and Then. Yeah, I like that they did that. The Beatles event is not on Instagram, but it's if you go to in my story right now, I have the links to those live stream tickets if you don't live in New York. But it's in New York City at the Green Room 42, which is on 42nd Street and 9th Avenue in a hotel called Yotel. Oh yeah, the Tonys and the Macy's Day Parade, they're awesome. They're really fun to perform on. I mean, they're intense though, because you've got the Tony, like our Tony's performance at the time, the performance that everyone saw that is on YouTube and whatnot. By the time we performed that, we had been awake for 18 hours and we had done a Sunday matinee because we have to show up at 6 or 7 a.m. I think 7. It might have been 6. 6 or 7 a.m. You have to show up at the Tonys for the rehearsal at Radio City Music Hall. Usually that's where it is. And then you've got to go back and do your matinee, and then come back straight away, go to the red carpet, and then do your performance. It's crazy. And Macy's is very early as well, which for me is a little challenging because I usually am going to bed around the time I'm supposed to be waking up for those things. I love Penny Dreadful. No, that was amazing. I loved all of these jobs. I would love to perform in Boston again soon. I have to find a place that's kind of similarly structured. If there's like a seated cabaret space, that's what I'd like to do at least. I like playing all kinds of places, but there's something nice about these seated venues, I think. Oh, nice. My concert, yes. This Beatles concert, Reeve Carney Sings the Beatles, it is next Monday, May 13th. At 7 p.m. is part 1. Part 1's at 7 p.m., part 2 is at 9:30 p.m. Both totally different sets of amazing Beatles songs. All their songs are amazing, so yeah. Legend of Zelda live action movie. Oh, hey, Dewan. That's cool. I love that game. Oh, I normally play second base in softball, but as a kid I played second base and center field, so I like doing both. Photographer for our show, maybe. Yeah, never mind that. It's great. Oh, thanks. Happy early birthday. Oh, Louisville. That was another really fun concert we had because this radio station was playing us like crazy somehow, and so we had like a. I mean, this was at a time when around the country we were playing mainly like 300 to 500 seat venues, but a lot of times there weren't that many people at them. Like if you go to Alabama, we might have like 40 people or something. And in Louisville, because they were playing our song on the radio, we played we headlined a festival. Or no, it wasn't even a festival. It was like we were the headliner of like it was an outdoor thing. And I think there were like, I feel like they said it was like 10,000 people. Is that possible? It was a lot of people, which is crazy. Utah, hey. Oh, how to get involved in professional theater. I mean, I've been performing on stage professionally since I was 15, but that was as a musician. And then I had acted as a child as well. Didn't have a whole lot of jobs then, but I had a few. I was in a film called Snow Falling on the Cedars when I was 14. And so I had acting experience and a lot of on-stage experience. So when I had the opportunity to do something in musical theater, it felt a little more natural to me because I had been on stage for so long, even though I hadn't been acting on stage, but I'd been acting on screen. So, kind of combining the two things, I guess. Oh yeah, I love Filipino food, but our favorite Filipino restaurant in the city closed, which is so annoying during the pandemic. Yeah, this place called Jeepney, it was so great. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to read some of these. Detroit. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks so much. Yeah, I think keep a lookout. I think I might be back there soon, which would be amazing. How to get into suspenders? Probably just like I like old-fashioned things. So I like old-fashioned things, so I've been wearing them, since I was like 14. I love like period piece films, and I think I probably saw them in those. And our mom, I think, dressed us in suspenders when we were little kids too. Oh yeah, that's right. The time difference. You have to go to work. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Let's see. I'm not sure. Wait, what? Oh yeah, thank you guys. The Divas show, that was fun. Yeah, Johnny Lang's awesome. I hope he starts playing again soon. I miss seeing him live and playing with him too. Oh, my band. Well, I don't have a totally active band right now, but I've been playing solo shows for the past, many years now. I guess over 10 years, mainly doing that. But especially the past 6 years. But so I do have a band called Carney, which we just all live in different cities now. If you don't, maybe you don't even know that I play music at all. So if that's the case, I'll mention again that I'm performing at the Green Room 42 here in New York City. Next Monday, May 13th, playing 2 completely different sets of Beatles music, who I love so much. State Theater in Ann Arbor. I don't know if I played there yet. I might have with Johnny, though. I'm trying to remember. Oh, you were at the Springfield show. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that was cool. That was a great. It was like it almost seemed like it was in a rodeo or something. I remember like it seemed like a place that or like a track. It was like some kind of horse track or something, and then there's a stage on it. I think, if I remember correctly. If I show a tribute to the Beatles, or it's. I mean, it's not a tribute to the Beatles in the sense of like I'm not gonna be wearing costumes if that's what, if that's what you mean. I won't be wearing a costume, but it's like my paying tribute to them in homage to the Beatles, performing their songs the way that I naturally would do them. Argentina, hey. Favorite album cover of all time? Oh, that's hard. I don't know. I do feel kind of bad for the Nirvana Nevermind kid because I'm like, dang, how did that even happen? It seems so, I don't know. It just seems, I don't even know how that thing came out, but like that. But it's just a little, yeah. Nowadays you could just do a CGI version, which would be better for everybody probably. Advice on how to make it big. I mean, I think I don't necessarily think of things quite in those terms, but I think I think it's much more important to be happy than to be have a lot of you have to doing what you love. I think is the most important thing, and then doing what you love. At least in my opinion. I mean, some people really want to be famous for some reason, and I don't. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying some people do. I don't quite understand that way of thinking because I don't think that the thing that's I don't know. I think focusing on what you love doing is the most important thing, and just constantly working to improve on whatever skills you're interested in. Oh yeah, I agree about Eva as Daisy. Yep. I think I'm way behind on these comments. Sorry. And may the fourth be with you too. Minneapolis. Where can you get tickets? Yeah, the tickets. In my Instagram stories, I have links to them, and I also have a link to the first concert in my bio, so you can get all the tickets there for the. If you're just joining, it's my concert next Monday, May 13th, at the Green Room 42 in New York. But there are live stream tickets also. It's called Reeve Carney Sings the Beatles because I'll be singing the Beatles. I'm playing it. Will I do another musical soon? Maybe. If there's something that is really cool that I want to do that I'm right for, that would be cool. Yeah. I think I will be performing in the summer, so if you are in New York, then I'll try to put those dates up as soon as they're official. What got me into playing guitar? My dad's a guitar player, and my mom played guitar too. Well, I think I'm really late on this, but I also just got really interested in music. I played piano first, but not with the same level of interest as soon as I touched the guitar for the first time. It was like, oh whoa, this is makes sense. It's something I really want to do all the time. But I love playing piano now. But I took lessons piano before I started playing guitar, and then I focused more on guitar. TV show. Favorite TV show? I don't know. Oh, I think I'm missing some of these. Sorry. They're moving fast. Oh yeah, that song All Right. Yeah, I do want to make a studio recording of All Right. I haven't done that yet. Really. We have one actually which was supposed to be on Mr. Green when it was not called Mr. Green Volume 1. It was going to be Mr. Green. It was having 14 songs. We have a version of it, but I haven't listened to that in a while. I actually really did like it, but I don't know if I can even release it because it's Interscope Records owns it, I think. So I'd have to redo it. More original songs. I'm working on more original songs. I have had, it's a good. I mean, I have so many things I'm interested in doing that it's. So I am working on it, but I'm really actually enjoying it at the moment, and I think in many ways it's actually helping me to deeply study all of the artists I've been most influenced by. Because I've really never done it. I've never gone through all of the Beatles catalog the way I'm doing it now, and to study that I think is inspiring me with my own composition. So I'm excited to get back to doing more of that very, very soon. I am doing it now, but yeah. Box braids. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we used to. She's So Heavy is a song we used to do with our band Carney all the time. And most sets we would have, that would be our one cover song we would do, pretty much. But that's one of the only Beatles songs I'd ever really done regularly. Golden standard of songwriting. I mean, it's hard to beat. I don't know. I mean, no, you can't really pick one. It's hard to pick. Yeah, I mean, drums are difficult. I don't, consider myself to be a drummer in the same way as, like I said, I played drums on my album, but I haven't really ever played drums in a live concert fully, I don't think, for some reason. But, no, that's not true, I have. But, yeah. You can kind of practice even without a drum kit. Sort of. Tom Waits, that'd be cool. I'm drinking coffee. Oh yeah, I love the Impractical Jokers. I'm friends with them, actually. I love those guys. I met them at the stage door at Spider-Man. Filming The Tempest was great. Really beautiful. We get to live in Hawaii for 3 months. It was crazy. Yeah, I love living in New York City. I'm born and raised in New York City, so and I moved to LA as a teenager, but a little before that. But yeah, so New York City is my home in many ways. I haven't seen Adam. I got to go see Adam with Queen in October, but I haven't. I don't think I haven't talked to him since then. But I would love to. I think we've just both been pretty busy. Oh yeah, I love the Impression Show because I watched I was watching their new season in LA a couple weeks ago. Right now I'm gonna keep this looking. Playing Mozart, yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, City Winery in Boston, that's a good idea. Thank you, I might check that out. Yeah, I can't really pick a favorite Beatles song, but no, it's not an acoustic set. So my sets, I do a lot of different things in it. If you haven't seen me before, but there will be a lot of electric guitar. I play some percussion while I'm playing guitar, and then I also play piano. So it's not acoustic, but it's just one. It's a one-man show. I just did a reading with Patrick of The Tempest, which was really, really awesome. Definitely would like to put out. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to just put stuff out. Just I don't really like thinking of like making records as like a music business thing. For me, it's about putting out the passion, things that you're passionate about when you feel that they're ready. I would be stressed out if I felt that. That's why one thing I'm so impressed with the Beatles for. They were putting out albums every 6 months a lot of the time, and the fact that they were writing, the fact that they turned around and wrote Rubber Soul and then straight into Revolver within that time frame, it's totally insane. I mean, I don't actually know. I don't know how they were doing it that fast. That's one of the crazy impressive things about them, because it's like, yeah, I really don't know. Because I don't like that pressure of making it feel like it's all about the business and commerce side of things. I'd rather take my time and put out the thing that I'm like, okay, this is, yeah. And that's what I did with Youth is Wasted. So I'd like to do that for something else, the next one. There's a jeepney in Auckland? Are you serious? Is it the same? Is it the Filipino restaurant? What is this? Whoa. John Lennon. What? John Lennon tried to do that too? It's so interesting. I do have a pet. It's our dog. Petunia. Link and Mega Man. Oh, that's cool. Are they doing those, Dewan? I don't even know. Man, I think I'm gonna probably leave in a minute because I gotta get back to practicing, honestly. So, thank you. Oh, someone said, isn't it wild to have fans from so many projects that some don't know that you got a band? I mean, that is cool. I mean, it's funny. It's cool. Whoa, Anaheim, LA, Fresno. I like playing the Tower Theater in Fresno. That was really fun. Yeah, thanks for coming to those. Thank you. Oh yeah, I think people aren't seeing the message I'm referencing in the chat because I'm so far behind. That's probably why. Nashville, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bottom. Oh yeah, wait, I'm way far behind. That's why. Whoa. So I'm skipping a bunch. Going to the bottom just to see. So if I don't see anything, then maybe read it one more time. Yeah, you thought I was making it up, like just responding to fake things. Oh yes, Spider-Man was awesome. I loved it. Yeah, TV shows. The thing is, if I did have something lined up with TV and film and you didn't know about it already, I wouldn't be able to probably tell you because they always like to make those announcements, you know, before. I think they wouldn't want people to say something on an Instagram Live until they did it. But yeah. Oh, which bands or solo artists would you do a tribute to in the near future? I actually do have something I'm going to be doing in July, which I haven't announced yet, but I'm really excited. It's definitely a little bit left of center for me, but there's a reason that I want to do it, and I'll explain later. But yeah, I do have another one or maybe even two this year that are really quite different that I haven't done yet. Oh yeah, I still have my ES335. It's a 1969 ES335, the one I played with Carney all the time. And I still play. I played it with my own solo music too for a long time, and I still do. I kind of just get used to a certain thing. I might bring it up for this show though. Maybe I will a little bit. That'd be cool. This Beatles show. When will I be back in LA to perform? No one's asked that yet, I don't think. I do. I think it's already on sale. I haven't officially announced it yet, but I'm performing in October. I'm performing a one-man cabaret version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show as a concert, and I'm doing that in LA on, I think, Sunday, October 20th. So if you at the Bourbon Room. So if you live in LA and you want to get you want to go see that, you can, I think, get tickets now through the Bourbon Room's website. That I'm really excited about that too because I love that music, and it's sort of in the, I mean, it's 70s rock really, but with a bit of musical theater influence, so it's really, really something I love doing. Bad Bunny. I don't really know Bad Bunny's music. I should see. But I tend to not do new songs that often, like other people's songs. I don't know a lot of I love going to musicals and being amazed by the singers. That's not what, but that's the thing. I don't go to musicals expecting good singing. I don't know if you guys do. That's kind of it's not really important to me personally. I for me, I want to see great acting. And if someone's also a great singer, then that's an extra bonus for me, as opposed to the other way around. I definitely don't want to see someone singing and then the acting is, not truthful, because then I'd rather just go to a concert. But I love going to musicals and then going in with what interests me about them, and then seeing someone just really be extremely impressive as a vocalist as well. There are a lot of those on Broadway. But I also, what was I going to say? I just went to my friend Jimmy Necco's concert the other night. If you guys don't know Jimmy Necco and his band Hours, you should check them out. Ours. He is an incredible vocalist. If you don't know him, you should check him out. Yeah, I would love to do a straight play. I haven't. I don't seem to get a whole lot of auditions for that sort of thing. At least not yet. Oh, I wish there were more Burt Quixote videos. The problem is that Snapchat, maybe it's back. I used to the filter that I used to create that character, his look, is not there anymore, I don't think. But I love that. It's so funny. Hadestown Teen Edition? I don't know what that is. Yeah, any plans to tour again? I would. I mean, I'm doing the closest thing to that right now in just doing what they call fly dates. So, I played Detroit, 2 shows in Detroit a few weeks ago, and then LA, and then New York right after that. Then I'm doing a bunch of... I am playing in some cities in the fall, some other cities around the country. I'll announce those as soon as I can. But so far it's not a full-on tour, like 25 dates in a row. Oh, okay. They changed some keys to the Hades. That's cool. I haven't heard of that yet. Yeah, Nashville. I would like to. I don't have one on the radio. If you actually know, is there something kind of similar like this whole City Winery? I've never played City Winery, but it is a seated venue. I do like that. Something in like the 200 seats or less zone. I mean, I'd be open to playing more seats, but I think that'd be a good place to start. But for a seated place, not like a standing room only. Well, Eva has a show on Monday night, but I'm hoping that she'll be there for part of my Beatles show. Yeah, I've been to Florida a bunch, but it's been a while. And nothing in Georgia yet, but I played there a bunch. It's been a while. Texas, yeah, haven't been there in a while either, but I played many, Houston, Austin, Dallas. Yeah, it's been a while. Even I love Philadelphia. I haven't played there in a while. I think WXPN Live is one of the places I've played. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Grand Opera House? That's cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, no plans yet, but happy early birthday to all you guys. A bunch of people. Well, right now the most played artist or song are the Beatles because I'm learning all these songs for my show next Monday. Yeah, so definitely it's the Beatles right now, and maybe of all time too. Oh, I don't think I'll be in next year's Broadway cruise because I think they would have asked us already because they asked us pretty early. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. I loved doing it last year. Be kind of fun to do the Beatles set on the Broadway cruise, even though it's not Broadway, but I feel like those fans would still love that. First Queen song I ever heard was probably Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't really have a favorite Beatles album, although, and it's not really like it's. I think it was something that they put out. It wasn't like necessarily intended to be an album, but I'm pretty obsessed with Magical Mystery Tour. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but it's a collection of singles and then other things they put in, added. I think, or maybe it's all singles. I'm trying to think. And I'm not usually like a singles type guy, but that album is, there's so many. I mean, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Abbey Road. I mean, come on. It's like, yeah. I mean, for me, I love their earliest work, but as soon as they moved out of, to where you could kind of more clearly hear their influences, and they moved into something that was totally unique, that's where I really just became obsessed. And so my favorite stuff tends to be post 1965 Beatles, or like 1965 and beyond. Did I keep the suspenders from Hadestown? Well, I didn't keep those because they were mine already. Like they based that costume off of my own clothes. So the suspenders that I wore in the show were they were replicas of the ones that I have owned for, like, I think I bought them. I'm trying to remember the name of the store. I bought them downtown in Soho at a, oh man, what was it called? Was it called Quality Mending Company, I think? It's not there anymore. It was on the corner of Prince and Mott Street, and I bought those there in 2010. And so I've had those since then, and they really liked them. So they now some of the Orpheus is on tour in London. I think they were different suspenders than the ones I was wearing, but the ones that everyone was wearing on Broadway, those were the ones that I bought in 2010. So I've got a couple pairs of those, actually. Would I ever play the MC? Yeah, if they asked me, I'd be interested in that. The Walrus is Reeve. That's funny. Yeah, Beatles music was on Broadway, so yeah, it kind of does count, right? I don't know about Spider-Man videos. There are probably clips of it online. Yeah, I mean, I've been, I have, someone asked if I share for future days with more lead time. I don't, there's only so much time I can give, but I first announced this, I think, like I can usually give people like about a month's notice, but, just because, like, when I'm playing every month, they don't always want me to announce the show, you know, way far out, but I'm going to see, because maybe they can start putting them on sale earlier. And that way, because yeah, I do have things planned for the rest of the year in New York City and other places. What's something you appreciated more for not being a show you don't do? I mean, it's nice to be able to, you know, I'm grateful for that opportunity when I have those opportunities, but it's nice to, like, you know, it's not, I'm not complaining about it. It's awesome, but it is a tough schedule, you know. So you have to base your entire life around that schedule. Whereas now I can take it easier a little bit in terms of like slower mornings kind of thing, which is really nice. Not, you know, rushing to the matinee and all that. So that's a nice thing, because it is a challenging schedule, but I enjoy the challenge. But yeah, you know. Grand Opera. Zane play there? Oh, cool. I will. I wonder if he remembers exactly where it was. I'll ask him. I'll check it out too. But I think I may have to go, because I got to keep practicing. But great being on here with you guys. I'll try to maybe keep this video up because someone asked me to do that. Thank you guys. Thanks so much. I'll try to come on here again before my show next Monday. But again, next Monday, May 13th, New York City, the Green Room 42. Reeve Carney sings the Beatles. A 2-part event. 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. showtimes. You can get tickets through the link in my bio or those stories I just put up. All right, you guys have a great night. I'll see you on here soon.